The front of that bacon in your fridge says natural. The ingredient list on the back says something else entirely. Nobody's lying to you, and that's exactly what makes it work. That natural is costing you. You're paying a premium because the word reads as healthier. Bacon is cured. Curing means adding nitrite. Nitrite is what makes bacon pink, gives it the taste, and keeps it safe. Specifically, it prevents botulism. That part isn't a scandal. It's just what bacon is. Cured meat. Now here's the trick. Some brands cure with cultured celery extract instead of the usual sodium nitrite. Sounds cleaner, but it isn't. Celery extract is just a different delivery truck for the same nitrite. And by law, it has to do the same job. In Canada, bacon nitrite is capped at 120 parts per million, whether it comes from a salt or from a vegetable. Same cure, same sealing. Here's where it gets specifically Canadian. In the United States, if you cure bacon with celery, the law forces you to stamp uncured and no nitrite added on the front. Canada actually gets this right. The rule here says celery curing is still curing, so you can't stamp cured or preservative-free on it. The truthful position. But that's exactly what backs these brands into a corner. They can't say no nitrite, so they reach for the next best thing that still sounds clean. Natural, no artificial preservatives, free from. They use phrases like naturally cured or cured with natural ingredients. The load-bearing word is artificial, because celery-sourced nitrite counts as natural. But the nitrite didn't go anywhere. Only the wording changed. We are doing one test the whole way through. The front of the package makes a natural claim. Flip it over and check. Is there a nitrite source in the ingredients, like cultured celery extract? If yes, you're paying a premium because the word natural reads as healthier. But the cure inside is identical to the cheap bacon 2 shelves down. Here are the brands running the trick. Number 4. President's Choice. Free from naturally smoked. The brand name is the claim. Free from. Free from what exactly? Flip it. Pork, water, sea salt, cultured celery extract, sugar, spice, smoke. There's your nitrite source right near the top. If you're the shopper reaching for free from, because it reads like the responsible choice on the shelf, the celery is doing the same job the sodium nitrite does in the bottom shelf bacon. To be fair, Loblaws isn't hiding the ingredient. It's printed right there. It's the front of pack impression that's doing the work. But the next brand built an entire sub-label on that impression. Number 3. Schneider's Country Naturals. The marketing tells you it's natural bacon, cured with sea salt, made with real, recognizable ingredients. And the ingredient list features cultured celery extract right alongside that sea salt. Same nitrite, wearing a vegetable. Here's the detail worth remembering for 2 more entries. Country Naturals isn't really a Schneider's decision because Schneider's belongs to Maple Leaf Foods. And this is only the first of Maple Leaf's natural costumes on this list. The next one proves the whole trick is about the border, not the bacon. Number 2. Greenfield Natural Meat Company. This is the one actually telling 2 different stories in 2 different countries. In Canada, Greenfield's bacon ingredient list reads pork, water, sea salt, cane sugar, cultured celery extract, spice, smoke. Cross the border, and the American Greenfield pack says right on the front, uncured. No nitrate or nitrite added, except those naturally occurring in sea salt and cultured celery extract. Same company, same celery, opposite labels, purely because US law makes them say the thing Canadian law bans them from saying. If you ever needed proof that natural bacon is a wording exercise and not a recipe, hold those 2 packages side by side, and Greenfield, also Maple Leaf Foods. Number 1. Maple Leaf Natural Selections. The biggest name doing it, the 3rd Maple Leaf brand on this list, and the one with a paper trail. Natural Selections bacon is sold under the banner Made with Natural Ingredients. Flip the pack. Pork, water, sea salt, cultured celery extract, vinegar, smoke, and here's my favorite detail in this entire video. Look for the asterisk, the No preservatives style claims on these products come with fine print that reads, roughly, except those naturally occurring in the ingredients. Sea salt and cultured celery extract contain naturally occurring nitrites. The confession is printed on the package. It's just printed in the one place they know you'll never read. And this isn't just my reading. A CBC marketplace investigation ranked Natural Selections the single most misleading label in Canadian groceries. No added preservatives on a product that contains nitrite. And when Marketplace pressed them, Maple Leaf agreed on the record to add a nitrite reference to the packaging. They conceded the point. The line is still marketed on natural today. Here's the part that flips your shopping. Go back to the plainest bacon on the shelf. Schneider's Classic Cut, President's Choice Old Fashioned. The ingredient list just says pork, water, salt, sugar, sodium nitrite, smoke. No natural, no free from, no celery costume, no asterisk. They told you exactly what's in it in words you can look up. The cheap bacon on the shelf is the honest one. And now the kicker I promised. 3 of the 4 brands running the natural trick, Natural Selections, Country Naturals, and Greenfield, are all Maple Leaf Foods. So is Honest Schneider's Classic Cut. The same company sells you the plainly labeled sodium nitrite bacon and 3 differently costumed natural versions at a premium on the same shelf, and lets you believe you're choosing between competitors. You're not. You're choosing which word to pay extra for. The honest picks. The honest, everyday bacon. Plain, conventional bacon. Schneider's Classic Cut, President's Choice, old-fashioned, complements naturally smoked, or your store brand. Same regulated nitrite as the natural packs, plainly declared no costume, and typically cheaper than the lines wearing one. The real deal, Hurtles and McLean Meats. If you genuinely want no nitrite at all, Hurtles is the West Coast answer. Small BC producer, sold at Save On Foods and Quality Foods. The ingredient list is just pork, salt, sugars, natural maple flavor, spices, and natural wood smoke. No sodium nitrite, and no celery extract pretending not to be sodium nitrite. This is what genuinely uncured bacon looks like, and you'll see it in the pan. It cooks gray-brown like a pork chop. Not pink because there's no nitrite to fix the color. Fair warning, no nitrite means it's a different product, so treat it like fresh meat, not cured meat. Out east and nationally, McLean is the one that actually changed the recipe instead of the wording. This Ontario company makes its pork strips with nothing but pork, sea salt, fruit and spice extracts, and natural smoke. No sodium nitrite, and unlike almost everyone else claiming natural, no cultured celery either. In fact, McLean is blunt about the whole trick on their own packaging. Celery extract, they say, is just nitrite with a sexier name. And here's the detail that proves everything this video has argued. Because their product contains no nitrite, the law won't let them call it bacon at all, so they sell it as breakfast strips. The honest one literally can't use the word. Your takeaway from this video: how to read a bacon label in 5 seconds. Front of pack, natural, no artificial preservatives, free from, flag it. Flip it, cultured celery extract or celery powder in the ingredients is nitrite by another name. Find the asterisk. If the claim has fine print about naturally occurring nitrites, that's the confession. The pan test. Bacon stays pink equals nitrite cured, whatever the front said. Gray-brown equals genuinely uncured. Every claim here comes from primary sources. Canada's federal curing rules under the CFYA meat hygiene requirements and the Safe Food for Canadians regulations for the 120 parts per million bacon limit and the prohibition on calling celery-cured meat uncured, current ingredient panels from Maple Leaf, Schneider's, Greenfield, Loblaws, and Hurtle's own product listings, USDA labeling rules for the US comparison, and CBC Marketplace's on-the-record reporting on natural selections. What does your bacon say on the front, and what does the ingredient list say on the back? Flip the pack before you answer and drop it in the comments.